What do you think about the possibility of us win the Premier League, or you just believe in the truth that Man City's going to win the league because of the errors that are happening every day? How is that the truth? That's a very, I don't know if maybe it's a language barrier thing there, mate, but how do I feel about the possibility of us to win the league? I feel like we're the best placed opponent to Manchester City. Um, but look, I look at Manchester City like this, mate. Until everything is sorted out with them and we know what the lay of the land is, they're just the elephant in the room of football. So I don't care about them, really. I care about them because they're a hindrance to us. They're a hindrance to our time with Jurgen Klopp. They're a hindrance to football. But I guess I'd rather we try and win the league than keep allowing them to go ahead and do it. So let's look at the bookies odds, though, because you've asked me what I think. But interestingly, I did have a look earlier on with the bookies. And this piece is from Betway. It said Manchester City are 4-6 to win the Premier League, Liverpool 5-2, and Arsenal 15-2. Now here's the really interesting thing. So Liverpool are 5-2, and Arsenal are 15-2. But you know who's not listed there? Spurs. So how's Gary Neville's thought process working out there that Spurs are gonna, or potentially could finish ahead of Liverpool and Arsenal? Not going to happen, Gary, because as everybody knows, you're talking out your backside, and Spurs are nowhere near the level consistently of challenging for a league title. But 5-2 feels, I mean, 15-2 for Arsenal feels pretty generous, to be honest. But 5-2 for a team in Liverpool who are currently top of the Premier League table, that's, I don't know. I just don't like that everybody is seemingly willing to almost accept it as a formality that City will go on to win the league because De Bruyne is coming back and Haaland's coming back. And I get it. That's, they're good players, great players coming back into an already well-oiled, pun intended, machine. And I don't know, I'm glad that I'm not in a dressing room or on a team with people who are giving up about that. And I'm glad that our boys won't certainly look at it that way. But I can't lie. I have a feeling, right, and this is my genuine opinion on the whole Man City fiasco, and I'm not going to go into the finances of it all, but I can't help but feel, if it wasn't Liverpool in this golden time with Jurgen Klopp, that there would be far more of a fuss made about Manchester City's achievements across the football landscape. So, let's say Manchester United right now had a Jurgen Klopp-style manager. Let's say Fergie was still at Manchester United and this Manchester City stuff was going on. Or Arsene Wenger was at Arsenal and this Manchester City stuff was going on. Is there a part of me that thinks it will be a bigger conversational point in the media and at the forefront of far more shows than it has been? Absolutely. And that's not a nice thing to say. But I do feel like it's because, let's be honest, a lot of people don't like Liverpool. A lot of people don't like our football club or Scousers or the morals that Liverpool Football Club stand for. And I think it's more hypocrisy in the media again. That's genuinely how I feel about it. And I've asked myself that question so many times. If it was another team, a good example. Remember when Arsenal were top of the league? Or when Spurs were top of the league? I don't know about you guys, but across social media, it seems to be that a lot more people were talking about Manchester City being a problem then. And now that they've fallen away a little bit, and it's us that look like we're likely to challenge City, everyone's back loving Manchester City again and just hoping Liverpool don't do that. And I find that weird, right? I get that maybe we're not the most liked team in the world. I get that. But if you profess to love football and you want the game to be honest, sustainable, truthful, and have proper sporting merits to it, you've got to root for the guys who are trying to do it the right way. Whether that is us or Arsenal or Spurs or whomever. And not what you deem to be the lesser of two evils. You don't want to have to listen to Liverpool fans talk about winning the league, so you'd rather just go with the greasy aspect of what Manchester City are doing. That to me just feels very weird. Other fans are just jealous. It's, I don't know, look, not even other fans. I just feel like in the media it would be a bigger thing. If it was United or something like that. I feel like just because it's Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, there's seemingly not as much appetite. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's certainly how I view it. And the thing that gets me about the whole City fiasco the most is we're the ones who are potentially looking at the best time of, well, I'm going to speak for all of us here, unless you're over the age of 45 or 50. The best time of our club in my life as a Liverpool fan is right now, under Jurgen Klopp, with a manager that I might never see the likes of again. And to think that that golden period could be hindered by maybe the biggest footballing scandal that England has ever seen, and that we won't get those years back with Jurgen. That's why I keep banging on about this. That's why I keep incessantly talking about Man City. It's because this is years we ain't getting back. So the longer it drags on, the less time we're going to have with Jurgen. So if this goes on to the middle of next season, let's say, we're still talking about only having about a year and a bit left of Klopp as things stand. And that's worrying to me, because it's our once-in-a-generation manager. And we could be denied so many moments or so much success because of, potentially, as I said, a huge bit of corruption.